Coach, do you think, you joked about it a little bit when at the time you were calling Klay Thompson Rip Hamilton, but do you think that got him going, or 8 games ago or so when he was really starting to hit that mid-range?
Yeah, maybe it wasn't anything conscious on our part. We weren't telling him, hey, shoot more mid-range shots. It just seemed like that's what he went to, which I think is smart. Hit your rhythm with easier shots, and so I think he found a good groove doing that, and now his 3-point shot is returned, obviously. So he's in a good place.
Steve, you guys on your road trip missed players on a couple of teams. Now you come here and you have Russell out, Randall out. Are you guys getting used to that? I mean, do you have to say anything that when the team is missing a couple of players to make sure the guys are still keeping their edge?
It almost becomes a cliche if you keep saying it. So now I don't even say it. I used to say it. Hey, they got 2 guys out. Keep your guard up. Wounded animal is a dangerous animal. Now I don't say anything. You just go play.
It happens so much.
It's happening all the time.
There was so much attention at the start of his personality, how he handled all this new attention. Have you seen him carry himself any different than a year ago?
Yes. I think Draymond has made a change since a year ago. He talked this summer, both publicly with you guys and internally, with us about wanting to grow and wanting to learn from some of his mistakes, and he's backed it up. He has a couple technicals, but that's it. He hasn't gone overboard in terms of getting on the refs or getting angry during a game. He's kept his poise. He's been one of the best players in the league, night in and night out, and he's doing it in a manner in which he's kind of maintained his emotion but kept his edge, and that's the balance that we were hoping he would find, and he's doing a great job.
I was going to say, it's that finding the balance, because while you may in some ways, I'm sure there was some part of you when he was talking about having a different perspective, you didn't want him to lose that energy.
Yeah, he has to play with an edge. If he loses that, then he's nowhere near the player that he is. He has to play with that chip on his shoulder. So the fact that he's been able to do that without being too emotional is fantastic, and it's exactly what we were hoping for. And as I said, I think he's really backed up what he talked about this offseason.
Hey Steve, Luke's because that's the most recent team to beat you guys. That you guys would be nervous about tonight. What's your read on that?
Did he?
Yeah.
Not just making that up.
No, it's on tape.
Okay. Would you mind playing that for me?
Give me a few minutes, maybe.
All right. I was with Luke today, so we didn't talk about that. So talked about a lot of other stuff, but we had a good day together, and fun to see him. And I'm sure our guys will be motivated. We got killed by the Lakers last time, so hopefully we'll be a little better prepared.
Different topic. To Sue Ventura, what was the process of maybe selling that to him and embracing it?
It was just a series of conversations, explaining, why I thought it might be a good idea, hearing what he had to say about, how it would feel. I mean, he had never come off the bench before, not a single game, and so that was it wasn't something that he was hoping for, but he understood, and this just conversations. That's all.
First, put Luke on your radar screen, and part 2 of the question, since he's gone a new hot yoga partner.
Part 2 of the question is no. I have not replaced Luke yet, but we had a connection just from both going to Arizona. I watched him play throughout college. I loved his style of play, and then we had a lot of mutual friends through the Arizona connection. And then we were both in Southern California. He had a house in San Diego for several years, and so I'd see him quite a bit. So I didn't know him that well when I hired him, but I knew enough about the way he saw the game, the way he played the game, and the way all of his teammates and friends felt about him, because I had spent some time with them. And so it was really a pretty easy choice, and we were lucky to get him when we did, and I was hoping he'd stay for longer than 2 years, but more power to him.
You guys didn't talk basketball, but do you find yourself, is it hard for you to not talk about basketball when you're with your former pupil, or?
Well, no, we talked some basketball, but we didn't talk about being nervous. No, we talked about a lot of things, and he became one of my closest friends the last couple of years, so we had a lot to catch up on. It's hard to keep up with each other during the season because everybody's so busy, and so when you do catch up, you only have a little bit of time, and so I wanted to know about his kids and Bree and life in LA, and so it's fun to catch up. But no, we don't get enough time.
And with tomorrow being, can you share what you're thankful for and your favorite dish?
My favorite dish? Well, I'm thankful for my life. I'm thankful for my family, and the health of my family, and the job that I get to come to every day. I mean, this is a dream to work in basketball. It's like an oxymoron, it really is. We have so much fun, and thankful for our players. Most coaches don't get to coach groups like this, not only from a talent standpoint, but from just a likability standpoint. So I have an awful lot to be thankful for, and I'll be thankful for sweet potato pie tomorrow.
I'll have to bring you my favorite.
Please do. Don't shy away from that.
Steve, I know you've. What do you think of the job that Luke has done with the Lakers so far? And also, was there a point before he took over last year where you thought he would be a natural as a head coach?
Yeah, I knew it was only a matter of time before he would be a head coach. It happened quicker than I thought, and I know that the Lakers were the only team. That was the only team that he would have left here for, and the timing all worked out perfectly for him and for the Lakers. Not so much for us, but he's doing a great job. I can see they're playing a lot like we've played the last couple of years, playing 10 people every night, keeping everybody engaged. A lot of joy on that sidelines. You can tell they're having fun night in and night out, and they're really talented. They've accumulated a good talent base now the last few years, and those young guys are getting better and better all the time. And Luke's done a hell of a job with them.
Steve, on the road trip, Andre sort of find his legs and get it going. What do you attribute that to, and what have you seen from him in the past 4 or 5 games?
He's been great. He was great even before that road trip. It's just that he knew he could play better. We all knew he could play better, but he was still great. I mean, he's like a plus 25 every night, even without making a shot or maybe making 1 or 2 shots. So what his impact means is it goes way beyond making a shot. His defense, his ball handling, getting us organized, all of that. But now his shot looks like it's coming. And you're right. He told me his legs feel really good right now. And sometimes, when you get a little older, it takes a little while to start the season to really get your legs underneath you. And I think with both Andre and Sean, they're really rounding into form now and looking sharp.
Into his new role with Durant in the fold and everything. Sean Livingston with Durant here.
With Durant,
yeah.
Well, I think Sean's, as I mentioned, like Andre, slow start, but really starting to pick it up, and probably a bigger adjustment for Sean than Andre this year with KD coming in, because KD is kind of anchoring that second group. We take him out early and get him back with the second unit, and we ran a lot of stuff the last couple of years with our second unit through Sean and Mo. that was kind of, what we did. We'd get those guys involved in pick and pops, and that seemed to generate offense. Now KD's the one generating the offense, so Sean's had to adapt. He probably hasn't had as many scoring opportunities as he's used to the last couple of years, but he's adapting well. He's such a great player, just an all-around player, sees the game and defense, excellent rebounder, and I'm thrilled with the way he's playing. He's really finding his comfort zone.